Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. On the hill here today, Zach Wheeler. Singing, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Nice night for baseball here in the city of brotherly love. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Tatis is so athletic, he probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
That one's in there, and the count 1-2. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies.
The designated hitter, number 12, Kyle Schwarber.
The 1-1.
Ball 2.
Out towards right center field. Merrill gets under it. Takes it in for the out. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They've got some free swingers, don't they? It's a great approach with pitches over the plate, but when the pitcher expands the zone, it just doesn't work. They need to draw more walks to get runners on base.
And that's through there for a strike. 1-2.
That's a ball.
Line drive. Makes the catch for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 down, base is empty. So here is Bryce Harper. And a 1-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
A little bit low. Full count now.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Two down, nobody on. Draws the walk there.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it. Throws from the ground. Nicely done for the out.
Great concentration to get that one started. He gets the force at second. Glove work at its finest.
New inning getting started, and now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Philadelphia. We head to the bottom of the second. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. There's a strike at the knees. Going to count 1-2. On the ground to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Batting six, the second baseman.
This is Bryson Stott. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. The 1-1. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Here's JT Realmuto right through there for a strike. The 1-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. Curve, hit right back to him. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning, and now the catcher comes up to him. Freddie Fermin. Back here in Philadelphia, set for the bottom of the third, Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. This one in the air. Machado drifts towards it. One down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Here's Trey Turner.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion.
Runner breaks for third. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
One down, and digging in for Philadelphia. Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. two-run homer, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Brandon Marsh getting ready to hit. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Comes a 2-2. That one lifted to left on Duhar. Under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Phillies, the third baseman, Alec.
And now it's Alec Bohm.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here in the last half of the third. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to inning number 4. It's the Phillies 3 and the Padres nothing. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Now the DH for the Padres, Gavin Sheets. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the inning, Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 2.
Well, these Phillies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
1 away.
And yeah, a lot of the blame for those walks goes to the mound, but I credit these guys for not getting anxious and fed up. They're staying disciplined, which is easier said than done sometimes.
The 1-1. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels moved. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
This one smoked on its way out of here. A shot to the opposite field, and they add a couple more. It's 5 zip.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap, man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Lucas Giolito will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Yuki Matsui gets the ball now.
Well, the ERA tells you pretty much all you need to know. Under 1. He's been fantastic coming out of the pen.
And here is Justin Crawford. That one catches the corner for a strike. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Safe in second, and that was not close.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Man at second. Two down. And downstairs. Now it's belted. Deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. Kyle Schwarber with a rocket. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a pair. It's 7-0.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting the ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees. He was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
Trey Turner with a chance now. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. They do it again. Back-to-back homers, and they add to their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here comes Bryce Harper. There's a strike. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Lifted in the air down the left side. That one gets down for a hit. And the hits just keep on coming. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Yuki Matsui won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Righty reliever out of the pen, Jeremiah Estrada. He's been so good against lefties. Now the left fielder, Brandon Marsh. Man at first, one away. Ground ball, could be 2. On to Bogarts. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over. They had the long ball working 3 times for a total of 5 runs. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Phillies 8 and the Padres nothing. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious. We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
It gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Up next for the Phillies, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
Here comes Realmuto. Up the middle. Nice stop. There's one. On to first. Safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Man, oh man, that ball was absolutely smoked. Triple-digit exit velocity. He dives, and I'm just shocked that the ball stayed in his mitt. Looked like he was going to put a hole in his glove.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Jeremiah Estrada gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New pitcher now, Bradley Rodriguez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. Realmuto off of first with 2 away. Pitch misses. 3 balls and a strike. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. That'll make it out of here. Another homer, his second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 10-0.
I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So digging in, Justin Crawford. Pitch misses there. And now 3-1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there, and it lands foul. So we reset, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Phillies, the designated
And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
Schwarber.
No question about this one. It's out of here. And Schwartz blasts one out. Second home run of the inning for him. And they throw a pair on the board.
That's some Schwarber power for you right there. He's flexing his power with another home run, Boo. Not surprising when you've got that kind of pop, but always impressive going deep twice in the same game.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Bradley Rodriguez done for the day, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
Wandy Peralta gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So 2 down. Trey Turner now. The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. That one off the mark, and now it's 3-2. Bryce Harper would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Payoff pitch. Out to short. On to first. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. It's a 4-run inning as a result of 2 homers. We're through 5. It's the Phillies 12 and the Padres nothing. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Bryce Johnson
Leading
now
off
at
for
the plate.
Padres, the right fielder, Bryce Johnson.
Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the 6th inning. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies.
Harper.
Here's a 1-1. Bryce swings and drives one deep to right. That's well hit, and it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Phillies.
And the batter now, Brandon Marsh. The 2-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Off the mark there. Ball 3. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Speaking of walks, did you see anything special during your walk into the ballpark today? I know you like to take in all the surroundings.
I just love interacting with the people. It's just fun to connect. I mean, as I was headed up to the booth, one guy shouted at me, "Make sure to say hi to Kenny." On the ground, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Second baseman.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Wandy Peralta will depart, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for
They turn things over to the southpaw, Adrian Morejon.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Now, here is Bryson Stott. The 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the bottom of the 6th. On a line out towards center. And the inning is over. So a job well done from the Friar bullpen that time. We're through 6 full. It's the Phillies 12 and the Padres nothing. Top of inning number 7. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Ty France. Here's a 2-1. Fastball for a strike.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. You're going to let it go. You better be ready to swing it.
Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the 7th, JT Realmuto stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Phillies, the right fielder, Adolis.
And now for the Phillies, Adolis Garcia. Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Up next for the Phillies.
And at second with 1 away, Justin Crawford, the next to hit. Ball to strike. The pitch. Right through there for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Man at second. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Phillies, the designated hitter, Kyle.
Back to the top of the order now. And here's the slugger who starts at DH, Kyle Schwarber. That's in there. That is strike 2. And Schwarber strikes out. One left for Philadelphia, but don't shed a tear. They're up 12-1. We're at the top of the eighth. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Fernando Tatis Jr. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Zach Wheeler won't go any further, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for
Jonathan Bowling into the game.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while. Coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested. But we'll see if he has any rust to shake off. You know, these Padres, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. They might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Now on the bump, Ron Marinaccio.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Trey Turner at the plate.
The shortstop, Turner.
And there's a ball.
You know, these Phils, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've been absolutely smashing the baseball. They've racked up a bunch of hits, and 8 have gone down for extra bases.
Merrill takes it in for the out. 1 down.
With all of those hard hits, the guys are going to love seeing the spray charts after this one. It's clear they're not just getting lucky up there right now.
So Harper stands in. One now. Action in the pen down there. Mason Miller, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run.
Fans expect Bryce Harper to do something special every time he comes to the dish, and he didn't disappoint there. High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Brandon Marsh. To the right side, Tatis handles that chance. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Phillies, the third baseman, Alec.
2 outs, base is empty. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Here's a 1-1.
At the ball.
Fastball for a strike at 95. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So digging in now for Philadelphia. Oh, this pitch rides in too far. That got him. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ron Marinaccio departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So they turn to their closer, Mason Miller.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. In there, sets him down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. Ninth inning coming up. The Phillies have the advantage. It's 13-1. Last chance coming up for the Padres. All set to start the ninth in this one. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Ty France. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jonathan Bolin is done.
Now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Tanner Banks.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has. Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
13-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.